No.
So sorry. I'm so unprepared.
You're okay.
I don't know where the hell my headphones are.
Forever and ever, you stay in my heart, and I will love you forever. Together, we'll never be apart. I will love you. Yeah. Thank you for coming to my show. I will be here until Friday. Actually, until indefinitely. So until my husband gets better. So here I am. Just take those old records off the shelf, so I don't listen to them by myself. Today's music ain't got the same soul. I gotta love that old time of rock and roll. You didn't find him? That's okay. Oh, you did? So much for a blind react.
Yeah. So I'm gonna guess your costume.
Please do.
I'm gonna guess that you are Build-A-Bear.
Yeah. How'd you know?
What? Look at that.
Oh my gosh. Do you recognize
I'm a freaking genius?
You recognize my room?
I might have to watch that one tonight. I'm so excited that you are Chucky. Do you know who I am?
Killer Grandma.
Pretty much. This is my old lady wig, by the way. I bought it and I was so excited when we were gonna have an old lady party because I was like, shit, I can use that twice.
Yeah.
I am the original Friday the 13th killer, Pamela Voorhees, Jason's mom.
Yeah. I love that so much.
Where's my little boy? Mommy's little boy.
I hate that. Thank you. I'm wearing the red socks too.
I'm afraid of dolls.
I
Amy's
know.
afraid of dolls. Sorry, that was really loud. Everybody's here.
No, you're great. That's why I am Chucky, because I thought you would get a kick out of it.
You're conquering your fear.
Yeah.
What is this? Oh my gosh, this wig is so itchy. Ow, mother fudge.
Yeah, I've been wearing, I forgot about the time change. So I got ready like around 6:30.
It's like 2 hours ago. If that.
I'm good. It's fine. I'm fine. So
wow. Yeah. So you've been sitting around the house like Chucky.
Yeah, and my poor father, like I went out there and he's like, sorry, I gotta move my computer and set up my little setup.
I love it so much.
I went out there and he was like, I was like, I'm dressed up for my podcast. And he's like, for your podcast? And I was like, yeah, we're dressed up for Halloween. He's like, okay.
Gonna be my friend to the end?
And to the end?
Come play with me. I am a good guy doll.
I'm a good guy doll. I really want to take off this wig though. That is amazing.
Yeah. It's like $2, $3. Yeah, mine is super itchy.
Yeah.
I'm gonna come off quickly whenever we have our old lady party.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I feel you.
So how's your day going?
Sucks. I can't see Rick. Yeah. All right, I'm gonna stop the recording.
Yep.
How do I do that? You might have to click approve.
Good.
Is that real blood on your face?
Yeah. It's not. It's from the 8 campers that I killed.
Oh no. Did they not pay their camping lot fee?
They littered. They didn't throw their cans inside the aluminum metal bin.
Oh yeah. They fed the bears.
They did. Should have thrown it in the compost. Yep.
And then you fed them to the bears.
Yep. I fed them somewhere. Maybe to my son in the lake.
Oh, does he live in the lake?
I'm having a lot of fun with this knife. It's like a lava lamp.
It is like a lava lamp. Ooh.
Did you have fun playing with your children?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, that's good.
I possessed a few, and is that what they do? No.
Nope. But that's okay.
I killed a few.
I'm really upset that you didn't even watch the movie.
You know what's funny is my mom says that she would watch it with Ellis, and I was like, perfect.
Can you guys watch it, please?
She likes scary movies.
Your mom does?
Yeah,
Candy.
That's what she just said to me like a couple minutes ago.
Oh my gosh, we should watch scary movies.
And what's really cute is my dad is scared of them. So when they watch a scary movie, he'll like keep getting up to go to the bathroom, or he'll go like let the dogs out.
That's okay. Josh doesn't like scary movies either. He always likes to watch something happy afterwards. Like he'll watch something scary, but he does not like scary movies. I'm the one to get up in the middle of the night and investigate. And that's always the person who dies.
Wow,
I should know that. That's like scary movie 101.
Yeah, but you're like having to take care of your poor husband. That's, you know.
I'm the man. See my hair?
You're the mom of the house.
I'm the mom. Mommy's little boy.
Oh, I hate this.
Oh, welcome to our Halloween special, everybody.
Oh yes, welcome
to What's with the Neighbors Halloween special podcast.
True crime and paranormal podcast. Happy Halloween!
Yeah. And this will
So
actually come out on Halloween too. So
I know,
I'm
I'm
so
so
excited.
excited.
I cannot freaking wait.
I know. We're doing a virtual again because I'm actually in California. Not for great reasons. My husband's in the ICU and he's not doing great, but this is lifting my spirits. Lifting my
Unintended.
spirits, pun intended. So, and I didn't know if we were going to actually be able to record, but I can't see him the next couple days because of reasons. So I was like, why not distract myself?
Right.
So, I have, are we doing neighborhood stories today?
Yeah, absolutely.
I have a neighborhood story.
Go for it.
Do you want to hear it? Oh, wait, where did it go?
I wonder. Oh, wait, you don't have your paper. I could have totally stole your paper that you had in the studio.
That's okay. I pulled one up and now I don't know where
I have one ready if you don't.
Okay, go ahead.
Totally did what you did.
Good.
Are you
So
good?
smart.
You sure?
Yeah, I have to find it again.
Okay. I will go
So,
first.
Go
All
ahead.
right. I don't remember where I found this one, but it was probably on Reddit. It's titled "Sweet Child of Mine Constantly Playing." I think it was through the Nextdoor app.
Oh,
There's a house on the corner of blank that has been blaring "Sweet Child of Mine" by Guns N' Roses on repeat for the last 3 days.
no.
I knocked on. I would love that.
Yeah,
I knocked on the door, but no answer, and the mail is piling up. Newspapers piling up, and the newspapers are piling up. So I have the feeling they're out of town and maybe left "Sweet Child of Mine" playing and forgot to turn it off.
they forgot to just turn it off on repeat.
I know, right? My cop friend says they can't do anything without probable cause except write a noise violation if it's after 10 and stick it on the door. It wouldn't be so
Oh my
bad if it
gosh.
was at least the album Appetite for Destruction on repeat. But after 3 days, the opening riff of Sweet Child gets really repetitive. So the solo is great though. Even after 3 days, I get into the solo, but then it starts again and that riff is just ugh. So repetitive. It's driving my family bananas.
Oh my gosh. That sucks so bad.
I don't that was on the Nextdoor app. I love how he says that it would be so much better if it was another album of theirs. uh
Oh, poor people. That sucks.
Yeah, it's a rough life. They're first world problems.
First world problems.
So I wanted to talk
Gosh.
about a couple things.
Sure.
Honorable mentions. I don't know.
Oh, yes,
First of all,
absolutely.
this week, as you know, we have some new Patreon donors. We
Can you
finally
wait
have
a
more
second?
than
My phone.
one. What?
You're gonna have to repeat that. And I just realized that my tablet's gonna die. Give me a second. I gotta go get the charger.
You're good, Doug. Sweet love of mine. I swear to God, there's like something in there bouncing around. Hi, Amy. I love you. You're my buddy. If you're recording or if you're editing this, you're my bud. I'm gonna leave you a secret message every time now for you to have to edit out. And I want you to repeat what I'm saying. Bananas. That's the code word. She's still not back. Well, it's that. It's that. I swear, if this is some kind of prank and you're just trying to get something to jump out at me, I'm gonna be really upset with you. Oh, dude, were you there the whole time?
Yeah. My headphones.
You have wireless headphones. Hey, do wireless headphones work?
On this laptop, it does.
Oh, I bet my AirPods probably would have worked. That's okay. Dang it. Well, can't do that when we're on this way.
It's okay.
I'm
All
a
right.
granny.
So here's do start over with your honorable mentions.
All right. So this week we have some new Patreon donors.
Yeah, we do.
Well, you can tell us. You can tell us one of them, and I'll tell you the other because I know the name of the other.
Okay. So one is thank you. So should we just do the first name?
Go for it.
The first one is Candy. Hey, Candy.
Hey, Candy.
What up?
Candy.
What is that song? I want candy. I want candy. Thank you, Candy. She's the best.
Never mind. Not that one. I was gonna sing another song with Candy in it, but we're not.
Yeah, let's. Yeah, no, that is my mother.
A lot of songs with Candy. I'll take you to the candy shop.
Nope.
That's all I'm gonna sing of that song.
For some reason, I was just gonna sing "It's to the rock around, a rock around." I know it. Nope, that's not the right song. It's not tricky.
I don't know who I should say is the second donor. So we got another donor. They are associated with I Love Lucy grooming and boarding place in Florida. That's all I'm gonna say because they didn't want me to say their name, but they said I could say their business. So
oh, okay. Shout out to Lucy's
I Love
boarding
Lucy.
and grooming in Florida.
Yeah, they're actually really cool.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Thanks, guys. You guys now get access to our videos and exclusive content. Sorry, I don't have an echo, so it content. I've got this to work with. Also, as of when this comes out, it'll be the 31st. So we have a contest that's been going on that goes on until the 1st of November. And it ends like midnight. We'll just say midnight the 31st. So you guys will have a little bit longer to invite some people to our Facebook group at wwtnpodcast. Whenever you add someone to the group, go to it's an announcement post. You go to that post and you tag them in it. And the more people you tag, the more entries you get. And the prize. You get a
what is the prize?
You get a free month of Patreon.
A free month of Patreon.
And a free pop socket.
What? A free pop socket? I want a free
one of those.
Socket. I don't even have one.
That's crazy.
Do we get one? Can I enter?
I'm probably gonna get us one. One more thing. Another exciting thing. I think I told you this the other day, but I'm not sure. But I just thought this is exciting. One, we're in the triple digits, which we've been in the triple digits technically. We switched over from another podcasting thing. So, we've been in the triple digits, but our numbers kind of had to start from 0 again. But we're officially being heard in 5 countries.
5
Ireland,
countries?
Canada. Yeah. We're being heard in Ireland, Canada, Kenya, Nigeria, and obviously the USA. So thank you, USA. But also,
I'm really excited about Ireland.
Else. We actually have 5 people, 5 downloads there. So, that one was the highest.
This is bananas.
I know, it's exciting. Thank you, guys. Thank you for listening. Somebody's listening out there.
Someone is
listening out there. So yeah,
I can't
that's
believe
all
that
I
you guys
have.
keep coming back every week, to be
I didn't
honest.
even sing the announcement song, and I'm so sorry.
Announcements, announcements, announcements. Make your announcement short and sweet, short and sweet, short and sweet. Make your announcement short and sweet because you're so
Oh,
boring.
boring.
Can't
love
believe
it.
we do this every week.
I love it. I love it. I love it. I can't believe people actually listen to us. I can't believe I actually listen to us. I listen to us a lot. I'm like, wow, we're funny. Such a loser.
Be my pants.
Oh, it's great. It's good. It's good.
We're great. We're having a good time. That's all that matters. So what are we doing this week?
So we asked everybody to send in some listener stories, so that we can actually finally read some listener stories. And I figured we could do them on the Halloween episode. So we're doing listener epistories. And are you doing a story?
I am doing my own story.
Oh yeah, that's what I was asking. Yeah.
Yeah. It's kind of short though. So
story. You look like you just like wanted to say, oh shit. Miscommunication. Nah, you're good. No miscommunication.
Am I reading a story though?
No, you're fine. You don't have to.
Okay.
Because I got them all printed out. I figured it'd be easier for one of us to do it all.
So much better. Perfect. Okay.
You want to go first?
What if we do a couple of your listener stories, and then then my story, and then like fill it up?
That's cool.
Oh, you wanted to eat your cupcake, huh?
I've been looking at that cupcake for about 10 minutes now. I bought this box of cupcake mix for this week for a little Halloween party I was gonna do for the kids that I'm watching.
Yeah.
I couldn't quit staring at the cupcake mix. So I made it and I ate it last night because it was burning a hole in my stomach. I don't know.
It was you're eyeballing it.
It was calling to me.
Yeah. Sometimes you got to do what you got to do.
I had 3 chocolate cupcakes for breakfast this morning.
I will tell you that my mom went grocery shopping and took Alice, and she's like, what does your mom like to eat for breakfast? And I either eat eggs, like an egg with avocado toast thing, or I don't eat breakfast. And Alice was like, she likes those. And she pointed to like a huge Costco thing of apple strudels.
In other words, those are good.
They are so good. But I was just like, do I eat these, Alice? And she's like, uh-huh. And I'm like,
oh, I miss her.
And she convinced my mom to get her a huge Costco thing of chocolate muffins. And Alice is like, I like eating these for breakfast. And I was like, oh, do you eat those for breakfast? That's weird. I don't ever.
Time.
I mean, you'll eat them when we go to the coffee shop, but.
Oh, that's cool. That's good. That's good. Good job, Alice. Way to work the system.
I know, right? She's the best.
She is.
Right. Tell me one of your stories. One of the
All right. So I have a story here from she's actually a friend of mine, Jasmine.
Jasmine, thank you for sending us in a story.
Thank you. She did not say hello. Rude. Just kidding.
Okay. Well, first off, I don't like Jasmine anymore. So there's that.
Yeah, Jasmine, I thought we were friends.
Or maybe we're already so much into being friends that we don't even say hello.
I know, right? You know, our mics are like up super high.
Yeah.
Okay, are they good?
You don't sound loud.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, she says the first notable occurrence was a few weeks after we moved in. My husband she just jumps right into it.
Right
my
in.
husband had gone to work. I appreciate that. Gone to work, and my son and I were still asleep in our bedroom when I woke up to what I thought was the sound of my husband coming back to the front door, or back in the front door. I distinctly heard my dog stand up and shake, and what I thought was my husband shushing her. This was followed by the sound of his boots clunking and walking into our bathroom, which he had to walk by our open bedroom door to get to, followed by silence. The silence confused me, so I got out of bed to see what he was doing, only to find out that there was no one there. Confused, I texted my husband to ask if he had come back home for something, thinking maybe I was half asleep. He maybe had maybe more time had passed than I thought. He texted back a few minutes later saying no, he hadn't come back in. We both got creeped out and decided to cleanse the house. Nothing really worth
goodness.
happened until about a year later, a few months ago, shortly before we moved out. My friend, who is a huge skeptic of all things paranormal, was visiting. I was cooking something in the kitchen when I heard her say, "Oh, someone just knocked at your door. Want me to get it?" I said, "Yes, it might be the neighbors because they would just pop in sometimes. They're good
Yeah.
friends of ours." She came into the kitchen a few minutes later looking like she was spooked. After I asked her who it was, she said no one was there. Not only that, she said that she saw and felt the doorknob move and jiggle as if someone was
No.
already trying to open the door before
Nope.
she opened it.
Mm-mm.
We also had a screen door that was firmly shut, so it couldn't have just been someone who tried to jiggle the doorknob to see if it was unlocked and ran off. We kind of
Nope.
laughed it off as if it was just a weird occurrence and go on with our day.
Nope. No, thank you.
And next, she has one more part.
Okay.
Says it only gets spookier.
Just wait. It gets worse.
Just wait. Later that night, my husband and son were in bed already, and my friend and I were watching TV. I distinctly heard the door that led in from the garage open. It's one of those heavy self-closing doors with the thick weather stripping. So when it opened, it made a loud kind of unsticking noise. I know that noise. If you know, you know, LOL. It's really loud and unmistakable. My friend and I look at each other and were a little startled. She asked if that was my cat. I turned to look around the edge of the couch to see my couch. My cat is sitting in the hall, just staring at the door.
Nope.
So naturally, I get up and look at it. And what I see sent my heart to my butt in about 0.2 seconds. It looked like someone was slowly pushing the door open. I immediately thought someone had gotten into the garage and was trying to get in to rob us. I ran and woke my husband up out of a sound sleep. He sprints over, opening the door, fully expecting to see someone and lay them out for trying to break in.
Right.
Only there wasn't anyone there, and our garage door was firmly shut. He checked the whole garage, even under the car. Nothing. It's important to note my husband is also a huge skeptic. However, he also knows that lack of belief doesn't protect you from the unknown. He swears up and down that he saw the doorknob move before he ripped the door open. He ran next door to ask our religious neighbors to come and bless the house. She did, and after that, not much else happened, and we moved out about a month later. I'm normally the first person to explain and rationalize away things like this, but I've got nothing. I've got nothing for these. Curious to hear what your thoughts on it are, Jasmine. I think that place is haunted,
and I'm glad you're out.
I am very, yeah, right.
Oh
How old was this place? That is terrifying.
Is so creepy.
Yeah, seeing the doorknob jiggle.
No.
I would think someone broke in too. That would scare the living crap out of me. My mind immediately, like I would rationalize it after I immediately think it was a ghost. Like I'm always like, there's a freaking ghost in my house, and there could be a robber in my house.
One. Which one do I want it
I'm like, all right, let's rationalize. Is it really a ghost? let's just go look around and prove myself wrong. There's no robber. It's a ghost.
It's a ghost.
Only
No,
explanation.
I don't like that it was comfortable enough doing that stuff around her friend too.
Yeah.
Because
That
you know
is
how
really
sometimes
strange.
they don't want to do things when other people are there.
Or sometimes they're
So
more active when other people are there.
that's true. I don't know.
It's
I
pretty
still
crazy.
hate it. I hate it. Thank you. Thank you,
Pretty
Jasmine,
crazy.
for sending that in.
Yes, thank you, Jasmine.
Yeah. How many? You have 2 more?
I have 3 more.
Okay, do 1 more and then I'll do mine.
Cool. All right. The next story I have is from Stephanie Kinsner. She sent us a couple of stories. I did one of her stories, and I figured I saved another story for another listener episode.
Yeah.
So she says, I've had she didn't say hi. She's my cousin. Stephanie, you can say hi.
Yeah, you can say hi. It's okay. We'll say hi back too.
Okay.
We might even ask how you are.
Hey, Stephanie, how's it going?
How's it going?
So she says, I've had several paranormal experiences involving passed over family members, some fabulous experiences, some not so much, but I'd love to share a few with you. We'd love to hear it.
Yeah, please.
The first one is amazing. My grandma died of cancer August 21st, 1998. I was 7 months pregnant and never told her I was having her great grandbaby. Anyways, a year later, I was house sitting with my 10-month-old and my boyfriend at the time down the street. My daughter was sleeping between us on the bed, and all of a sudden, I woke up to my daughter giggling. I looked towards the door and saw my grandma holding her great. I saw. Oh, I didn't read this one. I didn't read any of these because I didn't.
Is this your grandma also?
Yes. No.
Oh, okay.
No. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
It's confusing. I didn't read any of these though. I woke up to my daughter giggling. I looked towards the door and saw my grandma holding her great grandbaby just floating there. Once my grandma noticed I was awake, she gently set my daughter in the recliner, kissed her on the forehead, then disappeared.
Nope.
I just got goosebumps. It was amazing. The following year, woo!
That's not amazing.
Over
That's so scary. No, I mean, I understand it's your grandma. I understand it's your grandma, and I get that. And I love that so much for you.
It's a little spooky.
But she's holding your baby. And she's a ghost. What if she just fell right through the ghost?
It could be the wig, though. It could be the wig. All right. I'm breaking out hives. The following year, August 21st, 2000, at 3 a.m., my house was dark and everyone was sleeping. I woke up to footsteps down my hallway. Then suddenly the laundry room light came on and the back door opened. But by the time I got to the back door, there was one of the funeral announcements laying on the floor. Must have been from the grandma's. Okay. I don't know how I feel about some of my experiences with my dad. See, he and I didn't have the best relationship after my brother died in 1998. And sometimes when I'm driving at night alone, he will jump out of the bushes in front of my car and try to make me crash. It's unsettling to say the least, and only happens after I talk about all the horrible things he said to me hours before he killed himself. But not all are bad. The other morning, I was sleeping in my son's room by myself because I lost my spot in my room or in my own bed. I woke up to the smell of pot smoke in my face. I looked around and could see smoke and smell it, but no one was awake. I wish I had experiences with my mom, but I never do. I hope these are the kinds of stories you were looking for. I have more, but these are my favorites. Stephanie.
Your dad jumping out in front of your car to make you crash shouldn't be a favorite. Nice. No,
but it's a pretty crazy paranormal
yeah.
experience.
Oh yes, crazy.
Yeah, that's what I means. But
that's
whoa,
no,
Stephanie. Oh my gosh. I
no,
did not know
Stephanie.
this. That
That
is
is
wild.
bananas.
You have, wow. Thank you so much for sharing that with us.
Wow.
That's, you gave me goosebumps. I'm just saying.
The dad jumping. I can't even imagine. Like, ma'am, how did you crash? My father jumped
My
out in front of me.
dad.
Okay, where is he? He's not here.
Yeah, he's gone.
He's in another world. No, I can't.
Okay. We're just gonna let it slide this time. That's terrifying, Stephanie.
That's so scary. Thank you, Stephanie, for sending those in. Oh my gosh.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
And we
I'm
want
glad
to
I
hear
didn't
your
read
other
those.
stories too.
What?
We want to hear her other stories too.
Yes, absolutely.
Send in more.
There are a couple more, I believe, in the email that I didn't want to, because I didn't want to put them all. I didn't want to give all the
Yeah.
goods away, guys. And I said I was only going to post 4.
Yeah.
So, you know,
She's being selfish.
I am. How rude of me.
Yeah. How rude of you. How rude. Grab that cupcake, girlfriend.
Oh,
I got a story for you. So, it's a pretty short story, but I really wanted to do a Halloween story. And I know that we kind of were really focusing on our listener stories this week, but all of our listener stories were paranormal, but we needed a little.
We're True Crime and Paranormal podcast. So,
yeah, we needed a little true crime in it. So, I wasn't
eating.
No, I didn't do the story that I wanted to do because the one that I wanted to do was way too long. So I'll just have to say that for next year.
Sorry, I took the spotlight.
You're great. This was perfect for me. So you guys, you definitely should pay that $5 for Patreon this month, because you can see Bri like mowing down on a cupcake right now.
I wish I brought 2 down here. It's so good.
So I'm going to tell you the story of Carl Jackson and a little bit more. There's like a couple other little stories in there.
Oh, is it any relation
to Michael Jackson?
Andrew Jackson.
Who's Andrew Jackson?
President?
No.
Oh,
close though. Very close.
Oh.
Good job. So in 1998, Carl Jackson, who had recently turned 21, and his girlfriend were picking up his girlfriend's 9-year-old son from a children's party. This was on Halloween night, by the way.
The plot thickens.
Yep. So Jackson had turned 21 years old a couple weeks earlier. Oh, blah, 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 blah. I'm going to take that part out. Jackson was a pretty quiet person, and he was raised by a nurse and a postal worker. He was very respectful. He didn't like parties. He really didn't like Halloween night, because he knows, as a son of a nurse, he knows what that happened, like what comes of that normally, like DUIs and bad drivers and stuff like that, and accidents. So he avoids normally going anywhere during Halloween because of the crowds and possible drunk drivers. So in one of the neighborhoods that he was driving through, while picking up his girlfriend's son, she was driving, by the way, he saw there was a group of teenagers throwing eggs, and they actually ended up like throwing eggs at the car. So his girlfriend stopped, because like it was also kind of a busy area. So she stopped. Carl got out of the car to confront the teenagers that were throwing the eggs at the car. And they immediately started arguing, and Jackson, or Carl realized like the conversation wasn't going anywhere. Like, these are just a bunch of stupid teenagers. So he sat back down in the passenger seat to like leave, and one of the teenagers pulled out a gun, and the teenager ended up shooting him once in the head, killing him immediately.
Oh no.
Yeah. So his mom, Gloria, said it took her a whole 2 weeks, or excuse me, a whole 2 years to even talk about what the kids did. She said, "We were devastated. We never thought that anyone from our family would be murdered, especially on a holiday for something so stupid," which so stupid.
Right.
Um, so Halloween egging has left a violent legacy in New York City. Since which this number is kind of high, but it really didn't surprise me too much. Since 1984, at least 24 people have been seriously wounded or killed in stabbings, shootings, or beatings or accidents by egg throwing confrontations um,
What?
around Halloween.
What?
All 24 cases played out in roughly the same way. A group of boys would be egging, and then someone, tries to confront them, and those kids just get out of hand and hurt the person. Um,
This
the
is why I
thrill,
don't egg houses.
yeah, you shouldn't be egging houses. Um, the thrill and nominidity, is that right?
It just reminded me of Dory or Nemo. I'm a nimini.
the so the thrill of wearing costumes and masks, teenagers have long used Halloween as an excuse to wreak havoc during Halloween egging has occasionally led to attacks in other parts of the country, but only in New York City has the practice left 24 people dead or wounded. So it's like
Jeez.
super bad in New York City. So two
They're also
days
really populated too, though.
Yes. Yeah. So 2 days before Halloween in 1994, a man leaving a bar in Brooklyn was hit with eggs tossed by several boys. The man stabbed and killed one of the boys that was throwing eggs. He was a 12-year-old. In
Oh,
1996, a
he was just trying to
10-year-old
have fun.
yeah. In 1996, a 10-year-old boy, a 10-year-old Brooklyn boy was shot in the neck by a stray bullet after an egg fight on Halloween. So, like, he wasn't even near the egg, what was happening, and someone shot someone else, but missed, and he got shot instead.
Maybe he was probably
Yeah.
just freaking trick or treating, man.
Yep. On October 29th, 2005, Joseph Padro, 31-year-old, the brother of a police detective, was shot and killed in the Bronx after he chased a group of teenagers who pelted his minivan with eggs. Um, One of those he chased was Jeffrey Ivey, a 15-year-old. He never admitted that he threw an egg that hit the minivan. Um, the witnesses said that he had, but he pleaded guilty to second-degree murder, and he was sentenced to 5 years to life in prison. So, whether he threw it or not, the deceased thought he had, said Mr. Ivy's lawyer, Robert M. Mull. What may start off as a prank does not always end how many people may think, and in this case, it led to a tragic result for both the deceased and Jeffrey Ivy. So every Halloween on the anniversary of the first victim that I was telling you about, Carl Jackson, um, every Halloween on the anniversary of Mr. Jackson's death, his family gathers at the Woodland Cemetery in the Bronx. They write messages to him on painted stones and leave them at the grave for him. His sister Carolyn Jackson was pregnant at the time of the shooting, and his nephew, will never know who Carl was. Um, and Carl Jackson's grandmother, Sally Bagley, still keeps a pair of his shoes at the top of the stairway. That's so sweet. The teenager prosecuted for killing Carl is Curtis Sterling. He was 17 when he was arrested. He is currently serving 20 years. He turned 29 in June. and of this year, and he's at the state prison of Erstall County. And every October, he receives a Halloween card in the mail from Carl Jackson's mother, and it says, "I'm glad you're still there." And that is the story, very short story, and a little tidbit of egging during Halloween.
Oh, very salty. I mean, I would be too. I would be.
I know.
Go you. Good for you.
You shouldn't be
Man.
shooting people just because they confront you. First off, don't egg people. First off,
right? Don't egg people. But at a second, like, kids do what kids are gonna do, stupid stuff, especially on Halloween. They're gonna TP and they're gonna egg. Yeah. It is what it is. It's gonna happen.
I'd rather have someone TP my house. Call the
cops.
Yes,
I would too. That'd be so much easier to clean up. Call the freaking cops. You don't need to pull out your gun. Like,
no,
pull out a BB gun. Why don't you get a BB gun or something?
I mean, pranking is fun, but there's a lot of easier ways to do it. I know that I was pranked by a couple of my friends. It wasn't around Halloween, but they were throwing corn in my yard and my parents' yard, and I was super mad about it because they were out of town and I had to clean it up. That was mean.
We used to throw firecrackers at people's doors and play ding dong ditch. I look at it now and I hate. I wasn't the one. I was just running with the older kids, but
it wasn't you.
Over people's trash cans. It was really stupid and bad, and I'm so sorry. I'd be so pissed if someone did that to me.
I know.
Don't people smash people's mailboxes here all the time?
Yeah, we have a series of people going around and actually putting fireworks inside or explosive.
Someone on my street said, or someone, that was in the next door app, wasn't it?
Yeah,
that's crazy.
It's kind of sketchy.
Yeah.
People are jerks.
Poor kids.
I know.
They're just trying to have fun, and some of them didn't even actually do it.
Yeah.
I just picture it as an old man being like, "You darn kids."
Well, the one Carl Jackson. Carl Jackson, he got out of the car to confront the kids that threw the eggs at the car, and he got back into the car because he didn't think that anything was going to happen, and one of the teenagers that threw the eggs shot him. So
that's right.
And then another one was a guy leaving a bar ended up shooting a kid with the eggs, and another one was a kid that wasn't even involved from a stray bullet. So those are just the three stories, but
don't even go around kids throwing eggs.
Yeah, you know what? Actually, just stay home and pass out candy.
Yeah, just do what I do every year. Well, I have kids now, so I have to go trick or treat. But what I used to do was I used to sit at home, and my go-to Halloween movie was usually the original Carrie. So it's a pretty great movie. Just fine. Love it. You'll have to watch that one.
I know it's on my
story.
It's on my list of stuff I have to watch.
I have a list of movies that I have to watch as well. It's okay. What is that called? A tale, like a tale, like a teaching tale. What is it? What are those called? Someone's yelling at us right now, telling us.
I know. I don't know what you're talking about.
Like it's like a teachable, like a story that you tell that's like a teachable
moral
moment. No, but I mean, moral of the story is don't throw eggs. And don't be around people who throw eggs.
Yeah.
That sucks. All right. So
I'm ready for our next one.
Yep. I've got two more stories. One of them's a little long. One of them's kind of long, and one of them's short.
Can I go pee real quick?
Yes.
Okay.
No, you cannot go pee.
Too bad. I'm going.
I like your bedroom. Is that your bedroom as a kid?
Yeah. No, this is Chucky's room.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, okay.
It's cute. Am I gonna hear you going pee? Amy's going pee right now. Sorry. When I had a radio show as a child, I used to make a lot of toilet humor jokes. As adults call it toilet humor. I called it fart jokes. Yep, you heard it. I had a radio show. I wish I could find the tapes, but I would record myself on the karaoke machine and talk about random stuff, and I bet it sounded pretty awesome if I heard it now. That's a little tidbit about me. Fun fact. I don't have a fun fact for you guys. I'm sorry. I should come up with fun facts for moments like this. Like, fun fact, Halloween was invented in blah, 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 blah. Why is the mic moving? Why is the mic moving? Oh.
Getting back on the bed.
Did you hear me the whole time?
Yes. And my dad, I ran into him in the hallway and he's like, oh my gosh. Because I was like, I'm still recording. And he was like, oh my gosh. And I was like, I know it takes a while sometimes. And he's like, no, your face.
Thanks, Dad.
He's the best.
That's okay. Earlier, I told you in Snapchat, whenever you pointed out my pimple looking like a mountain.
Yeah.
I'll walk into a room and my dad's like, oh, my eye. Be careful where you're pointing that thing. And I'm like, what are you talking about? He's like, that thing that's growing on your face. And I'm like, Dad, shut up. Every time he makes the same exact joke. That's fine. That's fine.
They're
Way
the
to point out my
best.
insecurities.
Yeah.
That's what dads do.
No, my dad normally doesn't do that. It's my mom that does.
Oh, my
Like, if
dad
you-
definitely does that.
Like, I used to wear makeup every day. And then when I wouldn't wear makeup, she'd be like, what's wrong with your face today?
Are you
I'm like,
sick?
yeah, are you sick? So I deal with that every day of my life. I'm just
so
kidding,
easy
mother.
for women. So easy for women to pretend that we're sick whenever we go to work.
I know.
Let's just skip the mascara today.
Or
Ugh.
even the eyeliner sometimes
Yeah.
if you normally
Usually
wear it.
Yeah.
All right, let's hear
Oh.
another story.
Yeah. Sorry.
You're great.
So the next listener story is from an old friend of mine named Bob.
Bob. Thanks, Bob.
Thanks, Bob. He says, oh, Bob is so friendly. He says, hi, I'm Bob.
Hi, Bob.
Much of my life was filled with supernatural and spooky events. They, it, or them usually do nothing more for me than seeing an old friend at the grocery store like, yeah, good to see you, but I'm a little busy. However,
Aw.
some of the following events gave me a little more than just a startle. The place was Goose Creek, South Carolina. My wife and I had just bought a house. I was in the Navy and had been transferred from Norfolk, Virginia to Charleston, South Carolina. We had a daughter almost a year old and a son on the way. Life was grand. Soon after moving to our Goose Creek residence, we met our wonderful neighbors, Bill and Nancy. Both have passed now, but they were awesome. They were our surrogate parents. They always had the right tool or advice. Our oldest daughter was a fast learner at everything. Her typical answer to everything was yes, and her typical question was cookie. That is until she started being awakened during the middle of the night. 1 a.m., she would wake up terrified. Her mother would ask her what scared her. She would answer, Daddy's coming out of the closet. All right, Bob. Bob, you want to tell us? Yeah. Is there something going on, Bob?
I'm sorry. I'm gonna take this part out.
Why? Bob doesn't care.
I'm sorry, that was so funny. Considering I know who Bob is. Okay, Bob. Sorry.
You're good. You're rightfully. You have a right to laugh. It's funny.
She's all crying. No, Daddy's coming out of the closet. Okay.
Oh, his poor daughter. All right. So this happened. Same scare, same answer every night.
Oh, that's terrifying.
I guess my wife and I both thought it was something that would pass. After many weeks of our new bed partner, I figured I'd ask Miss Nancy.
Oh, wait, hold on a second.
Yep.
It's not just a phase.
I mean,
they figured it was something that would just pass. It was just a phase. It's just a phase.
You had to. Bob, you're walking into all of these. if you keep
okay.
this thought,
it's just a phase.
I'm just saying, if you keep all this, Bob is not going to be upset about it. He's going to laugh his butt off.
I'm going to keep it in. I'm keeping it in. And everyone that, it is a little touchy subject. Oh, but I know who this person is, so I can make fun of him. It's great.
Yeah, it's okay. We're not, there's nothing wrong with it. We're just
there isn't. No.
We just joke around a lot.
Yeah. Okay, go ahead.
Who cares? Okay. All right. So after many weeks of our new bed partner, I figured I'd ask Miss Nancy what she thought. Miss Nancy told me many stories about her boys and bad drama they may have had, or different frights in the night that they had experienced, but nothing relevant to this. So she was a neighbor. She liked to talk a lot, I guess. Then she stopped in her reminiscing and said, there was this thing that happened at your house. The previous owners had a baby with SIDS, which is sudden infant death syndrome, where they, he explained it, where the child basically stops breathing in their sleep.
Oh, that's so sad.
It is. Luckily, it's a lot more things have been changed since the 90s. So
yeah.
After a few times of near death, the hospital gave the family a special device that would alert the parents if that were even to happen again. So, one summer day, while at home, the parent was cutting the grass and it happened again. The parent had shut off the mower to check the monitor, and it was alarming. The parent rushed inside in hopes of reviving the daughter and found her sitting up in the crib playing with a toy. What? The parent elated, picked up the child partly for inspection, but probably mostly out of love and relief. The child was somewhere close to 3 years of age, and the parent asked the child what she was doing. She answered, "I'm playing with the little old man. He woke me up."
What?
I don't like this story.
I don't like this story either.
After this event, the child never had any more SIDS episodes again, which is good. However, many times when questioned as to what she had been doing, she would respond with, "I've been playing with the little old man."
Ew.
Yep.
No.
Her parents figured little old man was her imaginary friend. I freaking hate imaginary friends. And happy her imagination was so good, but more that she had appeared to grown out of her SIDS, of course. One day, the child's mother was showing an old photo album to the daughter and telling her stories of the many pictures, when the daughter said, "Mommy, there's the little old man. I know him." The mother told her, "No, honey, you couldn't know him. That's my father. He's been gone many years." The daughter said, "But that's who I play with all the time." The story from Miss Nancy upset me because how scared my daughter had been each night. As upset as I was, I felt I knew what I needed to do. So we moved across country. Just kidding. I knew I needed to talk to this guy and let him know he was scaring my daughter and ask him to stop. The next day, I was alone at the house. I went to the back I went back to my daughter's room. I cleared a spot amongst all of her stuffed animals, shut the door so that I wouldn't be seen if anyone came home and began to talk. I was polite and let him know about my daughter's plight. I invited
Jeez.
him, huh?
I said, geez.
Yeah. I invited him to be a friend of the family, but no, you should never do that, Bob.
Yeah,
But that
what the
he
heck,
had
Bob?
to, you should never invite a ghost into your house. He had to quit scaring my daughter. Then I told him that that was the only choice he had, and that if I needed, I would get the church involved. As if on cue, at that very moment, the door that I had shut opened wide. My wife was standing there with our son on her hip and our daughter in hand. She asked, "What are you sitting on our daughter's bed with the door closed?" Startled and a little embarrassed, I explained the situation.
Yeah.
About then, our boxer Abby came into the room. She first looked at me as if to say, "Really, Dad?" But then she looked to my right side, and her head raised slowly, touched the ceiling as if she was watching something crawl up the wall.
Ew. No, 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 no.
She then bolted out of the room. It startled us all, and no matter the coaxing, we couldn't get her to come back into the room. That night, my daughter
No.
slept through the night, but about at 1 a.m., my son, whose room was across the hall, woke up screaming. And that was the end. Bob told me he had more. So,
Oh,
yeah.
it's like he's right.
He left us on a cliffhanger. That's pretty good. That's a good one, Bob.
That was such a good one.
Little old man. No, 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 no. No,
I hate this. I hate it. And it clearly it went into the little boy's room.
Yeah. Yep.
And you know, he should write a book.
He should. He should have a podcast.
He should have a podcast.
Bob, you should have a podcast.
Yeah, Bob. And can you just do a podcast so I can listen to it every day? Actually, you could just start calling me and I will listen to you talk.
Bob's a talker. He will. He'll talk your ear off. It's okay, guys. Again, I know Bob. He's like another dad to me. So he's a good guy.
He's a good guy.
Wow.
All right. Thank you so much for writing that in.
Thank
I
you,
cannot
Bob.
wait to hear the second part of this story.
He said he has a whole bunch. So Bob will come in and out of the closet every now and then.
We could have like a Bob corner, like
Bob's
corner, where we just read stories
just
from
like
Bob.
on a street. Isn't a corner like
Yeah.
a street name? Maybe. No, that's like Monk's Corner. That's like a place. Never mind.
Bob. Well, just like a corner of the podcast, like
yeah. There we go.
segment, a Bob
I like
segment.
I like
Yeah.
it. I like it. Awesome. Welcome to Bob's Corner.
Bob's corner. Ba-dum-bum.
We're terrible. We suck.
Yeah.
All right. I got one more. We don't suck. We're awesome.
We're amazing.
So
We got 5 different countries listening to us right now.
5 bathrooms. It's from Parks and Rec.
Oh, yeah.
Jan, the dentist, says it.
Yeah.
I got 5 bathrooms. Me and Josh quote that all the time, and it's not even an important quote in the show. Oh, really? I got 5 bathrooms.
5 bathrooms.
Name of the episode.
All right.
So I got one more story, and this story is from yours truly, me. So I want to give a little bit of
Who's me?
Me, Bri.
Me who?
Me you.
Me you.
Knock knock.
I
Who's there?
hear
Me.
your
It's
story.
Bri. It's Bri. So I wanted to give a quick little tidbit about what I'm going to talk about.
What?
Oh, sorry.
I'm here.
Okay. I thought you were going again. I thought I didn't hear. What's wrong with your hair?
I don't know. I'm trying to fix it.
looks like it's lifting up.
I know.
It's in there with you. He's under the bed. He's in the Chucky's in the closet.
Don't say that.
I'm sorry.
You'll say that.
Sorry. Okay, so here's a little tidbit. So I'm gonna give you a little bit of information about hellhound folklore. So if you ever heard of a hellhound, I'm sure you have. It's a supernatural dog that comes from the underworld. They've said it to be a dark black color and having the smell of burning brimstone. It tends to leave behind a trail of burnt ground wherever they go, and their eyes are typically glowing red or sometimes yellow. They have very sharp teeth and super strength and speed. The hellhound is typically assigned to guard the entrances to the world of the dead, like burial grounds, or undertake other duties related to the afterlife or supernatural. The hellhound has been seen several times throughout the history and is not specific to any one place, but they are commonly associated with graveyards and the underworld.
Hate it already.
While considered a bad omen, the hellhound has often helped many as well. The supernatural dog was said to warn people of danger and protect them when they needed it. However, some consider encountering them as a sign of pending death. Legend says seeing them 3 times or even once that the curse will take effect and kill the victim. So, so I tell
It's
you
scary. I'm scared to hear this story, considering that this is supposed to be like a story
personal?
that, yeah.
It's not too bad. It's just something that I's never left my, like you have an experience in your life and you never, ever, ever forget it because it was just a very.
Hold on a second.
You're good. Oh my gosh.
You're not dressed out again. What's wrong with my outfit? I'm dressed out in the shoes. You cannot wear those shorts to PE class. Open.
This is Alice's tablet. I realized it was on.
I didn't bring any shorts. I forgot my shorts.
And I don't know how to turn this off.
Well, someone forgot their shorts, so you should probably bring them their shorts.
Under the blankets. I don't know how to turn it off.
I'm gonna do something really quick anyway.
Okay.
I'm so sorry. I just realized I forgot to do something. Don't hate me. Just edit all this out. It's super loud, right? I'll remember. I was gonna print off our I forgot to print off our sign off. We can remember most of it.
Should have grabbed it from the house.
Yeah, I printed it. I can remember most of it. I
guess there's more added to it now, though.
What do you mean?
Yeah, I can remember it.
Yeah, we can remember it. We'll go off of each other. We'll play it by ear. It's okay. We'll wing it.
Yeah, what were you doing?
I was trying to print it.
Oh, just now?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were trying to play spooky music.
Oh no, that's
it sounded like creaky floorboards.
That's my printer. It's cool. So that could be a cool background noise for the podcast. Okay, your hair in this background really freaks me out because I keep on seeing like parts lifted, and I feel like someone's like walking behind you, and it's really freaking me out.
It's just a window behind me with blinds.
It's okay. It's fine.
I think it looks great. I think my hair looks super cute. I'm probably gonna wear
I
this
like
every
this
day.
color. You should dye it that color. It looks great. It really does look good with your skin tone.
Hate redheads.
That's the color.
I don't hate redheads. I hate red on me.
That's the color I want. That is literally the color I want.
You can borrow this wig and walk around with it.
I just see how I like it. Try it out.
Yeah, it's a little too shiny for my liking.
Oh, it's definitely shiny. All right. All right. So the hellhounds. So I told you this because like I said, I've had something stuck in my head since it happened, and I've never really like thought about it until
Mhm.
like I recently started listening to like paranormal and true crime podcasts, and I
Mhm.
hear about these stories, and I'm like, maybe that had something to do with this, but maybe it didn't. We'll see. All right.
Okay.
So the reason I'm telling you about this is because of an experience I'd had several years ago. I was probably about 20 at the time, and I like to partake in thrill-seeking ghost activities with my friends.
Yeah.
We would like drive around, go to like cemeteries and like haunted roads and haunted houses and stuff in the middle of the night.
Yeah.
Alcohol may have been involved. I don't know. You know,
Not
not with
because
the
she wasn't
driver.
21.
Not with I was not 21. I am now. It's fine.
It's
I'm
fine.
over. So one night we decided to check out an abandoned like a country mansion house. It was out in the middle of nowhere. There were no neighbors, no lights. It was on like a back road. The grass was all overgrown around it, so like there was no one there.
Right.
It was surrounded by like this iron gate, and it had like slats that were big enough for someone to fit through for
Right.
the most part.
Yeah.
But due to some people chickening out, not me, and some other issues we had, we unfortunately didn't go in. So immediately we got in the car, and we put the car in reverse and decided to go to another spooky destination.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So once we got in the car and we started backing up, we looked behind us, and there's these two Dobermans
Nope.
sitting side by side perfectly, like statues almost, like right behind the car, just sitting there, so out of place. And it was like I said, it's never left my brain. And it was these two dogs just sitting there, like they're just put there from somewhere else. Like they did not belong there.
Were they right
Um,
behind the car, or were
Yeah.
they?
Like as we were backing up, we saw them like right in the middle of the road, and they were just sitting there, like they were guarding something almost, just sitting side by side. They were
Free?
super terrible. I just wait. Um, like I said, there's no neighbors, no one there.
Uh-huh.
So obviously we saw the dogs, freaked out, threw the car and drive, squealed out of there. And after I heard all these stories about hellhounds, I started researching it and looking it up, and the glowing eyes and stuff like that. But there have been other people who've experienced like seeing them in like a closed school or something like that and getting chased by them, or like seeing them in their house, just random experiences that I've heard about.
Yeah.
But like whenever you remember something and it's so out there that you kind of second guess yourself, and you're like,
Yeah.
it was so long ago, maybe it was just my imagination.
Right.
Well, I contacted one of the girls that was with me, Mercedes, yesterday, and I was like, hey, how you doing? Did a little small talk, and 'cause we hadn't talked to each other in a while. And I was like, randomly, I was like, hey, I told her about the podcast, and I was like, I'm talking to you about this because do you remember about the time whenever we were going to this house and we saw those two dogs? She's like, yeah, that was really freaky. I was like, so it's not just in my head. She's like, no, I remember it. She's like, I remember seeing those dogs. And I was like, okay, cool. So not crazy.
Not cool. Not cool. Not cool. Not cool.
But yeah, I mean, it's just a cool, crazy experience that I've had. Like, could it be a sign of something that was bad that was in the area? Maybe they were like guarding us from something bad
They
or
could have
protecting
been.
us. Yeah, because it says that they could be like something like stopping you from doing something bad, or I don't know. I don't know, but that's never left my brain, and I've been thinking about it heavily lately, and I just wanted to talk about it on the podcast.
Bri, I hate that so much for you. I'm so sorry.
It was so cool though. It's a cool story
It's
to tell.
creepy. Like I think all paranormal stuff is creepy. Children, but then
Oh,
animals
the
is
worst.
the worst.
I'd rather I'd rather children, or I'd rather animals. I'd much rather see an animal ghost than a child ghost.
Yeah, you're it's equal for me.
I don't know.
I wouldn't mind a
house.
cat.
I went in
but
your house several times this week, and I kept on hearing growling from your room, and I thought your
It's
house was possessed.
Leon. It's
Yeah,
because he's playing with toys.
yeah. I kept on hearing, and the lights are all off in your room in the hallway, and I had to call.
Your printer.
Yeah. I had to call my mom so I could go up there and investigate. I'm like, I have to go and check and make sure there's not someone in her house. And all I could picture was there's someone, like some lady, like with her hair like the Grudge, like standing behind your bedroom door. And I was like, damn it, I have to be a grown up and I have to go in there because Natalie, I had her with me and she kept on going up the stairs and try to go back there. And I'm like, my child's braver than I am. Just take the child first and I'll run.
Yeah. Bear bait.
She's slower.
Thank you for sharing that story. That's
Yeah.
super spooky and I hate it so much, but thank you for sharing it. I remember you telling me that story a while ago and I
okay, I couldn't remember if I did or not.
Still hate it just as much. You went more into detail. So
yeah.
Hate
Cool.
it so much. Thanks.
Hate it, but love it. Yeah.
But happy Halloween, everybody.
Yes, happy Halloween. Have a safe time trick-or-treating. Don't egg
Please.
anybody's houses.
Please don't egg at people's houses. It's
Trevor.
not cool.
I don't know why I said Trevor, but
Trevor.
come on.
I knew a Trevor that would do stuff like that, so that makes sense.
Gabe.
Freaking Gabe.
Don't egg anybody's houses, guys. All right. Follow us on all of our social medias. We're on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. We're on them all. You can just look up what WWTN podcast, and that's how you find us.
Yeah.
Pretty easy.
Yeah. And email us your stories. We want to hear them all. True crime, paranormal. We want to hear all of it. If your cousin's uncle's best friend murdered someone, tell us about it. If your best friend's uncle's niece's goldfish haunts people, we want to hear about it.
We want to know about the goldfish, guys.
Yeah. So tell us everything. We want to hear all of it. If you have story suggestions, you can tell us those too. We will definitely listen to you and get those stories in. And email. Oh, it's at wwtnpodcast@gmail.com.
Also, our website is what'swiththeneighbors.com. On there, you can find, or you can just search on Patreon. On there, you can find where to listen to us at, which is like everywhere. Yeah. Just look up What's with the Neighbors. And also on there, you can find our Patreon, where once a month you can view all of our video, or once a month you pay $5 and you can view our videos each week of our podcast. And more. We put exclusive stuff on there. The more people we get, the more we're going to put on there. We're waiting for more people to get on there to put more juicy things on there. But and you get early access as well to our episodes. And that is at patreon.com/what's with the neighbors.
Like us, or not like us. Leave us a review on iTunes.
Yes, please.
We like nice.
And invite
reviews.
people to our Facebook page or our group.
Our Facebook page.
Yeah, because we still have the contest that'll be ending at midnight tonight on Halloween night. Halloween night. It's the stroke of midnight. The stroke of midnight. The competition will end, and somebody will win a free month of Patreon.
Yeah, the more people you enter, and the more people you enter, the more entries you get. So that's a big deal. Yes. You have to add them and then tag them in the pinned post on the top of our group.
Yep. It's all on there.
Yeah, it's all the instructions. It's pretty easy. We want more people. We want you to add everyone. Literally add everyone. Your grandma, we don't care. As long
Yeah,
as
you know,
they're
your
added,
grandma might like us. So,
we're pretty likable.
yeah.
So
I like grandmas like me. So
you look like a grandma right now. So you're like,
Well,
grandma's like me.
you
As
look
am a
like a
grandma.
teenager that just got ran over by a car in a good way.
Stop it.
You look like a Spice Girl.
Rawr. Anyways, we're gonna get
Have you checked in on
but-
your neighbors
oh,
lately?
wait. No, I haven't. I didn't tell my it's okay. It's okay.
Oh, your
We
neighbor
won't-
story. It's okay.
Yeah. We won't do it.
It's good. I'm sorry.
It was a Halloween one, but it's not that great. So it's okay.
Are you
I
sure?
don't know. Someone peed their pants while trick-or-treating. It's not that. It's
Long
not a big
story
deal.
short.
Yeah. I just gave it to you guys. It's fine. Have you checked in on the neighbors lately?
What's with the neighbors? Bye.